good evening, or good day, which I'm always going with good day. And Portia knows this from our American classes, because I am absolutely challenged with time zones, but it's all growth. It is all growth. And he's Linda coming in. Hello, dear heart. So tonight is a run through by my esteemed and amazing business partner, Margie. Margie and I met a couple of months ago. I can't exactly remember how. It seems like a lifetime because our energies just connected and we've got on really well since then. And for me, any business that I do or any interactions really have to be value-based. And that's what Margie and I share. So we just want to educate and help people and raise awareness, because I was really surprised how I'd not actually heard of this product. So Protandem is an amazing product. I've been taking it myself for a couple of months now. My son said I'm like Benjamin Button anyway, so I might actually morph. I might be about 14 roundabout now, so we'll see. We will see how that goes. But honestly, my energy levels and my recovery levels and everything else since I've been taking it, in all sincerity, I have just felt so much better. And yeah, so I just wanted to be able to help people be aware of that and share that. So thank you to you all that are here and anybody else that's watching the recording. Time is the most precious commodity that we have, but only if we use it wisely. So I hope that by taking some time tonight, you gain some benefit and you take something away that's valuable. If it's not valuable for yourself, it will be valuable to somebody that you know. Okay, so thank you. There will be a section for questions afterwards. So by all means, and I'll hand over to the amazing Margie, who was in hospital a couple of days ago, and she's here with us this evening. So there we go. Over to you, hitchhiker.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. It's good morning for us and good evening for you and good afternoon to Portia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just share the screen so we can get started. So I am the lucky one. I was lucky enough to see this beautiful Alison Butters on LinkedIn. That's how we met, because I was seeking to find awesome business partners, and Alison it was just like the light bulb went on. We connected and that was that. It feels like we've known each other forever. So I know Alison has already enriched my life from her coaching experience, and she is an entrepreneur anyway, even before I met her. And I think the excitement today is she has just launched her second book. So congratulations, Alison. And I'm looking forward to helping you promote that amazing book for mental health through our Australian networks. And I know that Sajila will join me in that message. So my name is Margie here, and I've been lucky enough to have partnered with the company LifeVantage 3 years ago. And my journey started in a really strange way. It's not a way I would even recommend, but I started with a lot of reluctance because I had been ill, very ill, for 18 months. I was bitten by ticks. And here in Australia, they do not recognize that you get a disease by being bitten by these particular ticks that carry this bacteria. So I just got worse and worse, cold, cough, flu, bronchitis, you name it. And I ended up in hospital with pneumonia. No one took a blood test. And eventually I couldn't go back to work, so I closed my clinic. I am a specialist in lymphatic drainage, and I help patients manage their lymphedema. So it's quite specialist work. I love the work. I know that I help a lot of people, and that is perhaps a passion, like my gardening. I'm an organic gardener. That's a passion. So it was very sad that I had to close the clinics, but I was unable to work because some of the symptoms were chronic fatigue and arthritic neuralgia and crazy things like that. Anyway, I ended up taking a break completely, hoping to get better. And I was in France, And the doctor asked me a few questions, took a blood test and told me immediately what it was. So anyway, I came back to Australia, went into the Royal North Shore Hospital, went on a drip, came home and was home for 4 weeks on oral antibiotics. And my friend said to me, Margie, you have to try this stuff. And it's got a business opportunity attached to it. I said, listen, Trish, I am so ill. The last thing I want to look at is a business. Anyway, so on the 4th call, I said no 3 times. She said, Margie, you know what? You are very stubborn. She didn't say very. She used another word, which I won't repeat. And she said, you're going to be poor for the rest of your life. You won't be able to go back to work the way you are. And I hope you have a good life. And she put the phone down in my ear. I thought, that's very rude. And then I questioned myself, was I stubborn? I thought, yes, I was closed. I wasn't open to look at an opportunity. So I appeal to you guys today, just have an open mind, because I'm going to share what I've learned in the 3 years since working with this product. So what happened to me after that encounter? I reluctantly bought the product. I phoned Trish back. I said, give me the bloody stuff. And I started. Within 3 weeks, I knew something was changing. I didn't know what. I was sleeping a little bit better. The pain was a little bit less. And so it built on over the months that followed. At the end of month 1, I said, Trishy, you know what? I'm feeling so much better. I think I'm going to open the clinic, but I need to take this product into the clinic. She said, I told you so. I told you so. So that was my story of how I wasn't looking for a business, and I certainly wasn't looking to add another natural product to my health regime. But of course, now I will never be without it, because the last symptom that I had to deal with was brain fog. And that brain fog, I can't even explain, because now it feels like a world away. But when I was in the middle of it, it was so bad I could not even work my computer. The cognitive behavior was completely just not functioning. So I want to take you back a little and just give you a little background to leading into what activation is all about. And then I would also like to discuss a couple of words that come into the story of activation, and words that I was not familiar with 3 years ago. So for me, I've been in health and wellness for over 30 years, and I have some pillars that I believe are absolutely vital. So I'm not going to go into great detail for all of them. If anybody would like this PDF, I'm very happy to send it to them. But I'll just whiz through them. So it's quality sleep, daily breath work, very important to keep the oxygen and relax the body, healthy food choices. These are just some things that affect our health. Daily exercise, community contact, quality water, the quality air that we breathe. Some people are exposed to pollutions in the air. So if you're living in an area that has pollution, make sure at the weekends you get into a place where you can have quality air. Time out. This you can call anything you like. It could be meditation. It could be prayer. It could be sitting on a bench, listening to the birds. But it's really important every day to take time out to just allow the body to be. And number 9, which brings me to where I'm going to take you today. This is all about body activation, which is something I was unaware of. And as we move further into the presentation, I'll talk to you about activation versus supplementation. So activation is based on the 3 theories of aging. And this word activating the body only came about when Dr. Joe McCord, the scientist who formulated the product, and his life work of over 40 years was the aging process. And these are the 3 most important and most researched areas that affect the aging process. So it's oxidative stress, mitochondrial decline, and sirtuin activity. So those are the 3 most important areas. So by using Protandim, which activates the NRF2 pathway, and Protandim, which activates the NRF1 pathway, and the NAD, those three pathways, when they are activated, it's like turning on a switch. You turn the switch on, the good genes are activated and the bad genes are downplayed, and it brings the body back in balance. And the beautiful thing there is that we feel better so we can do more. So from me, a great welcome to LifeVantage. And they call us the biohacking company. So that word too, I was not familiar with. So what is biohacking? Biohacking is when we take something or some outside influence. In this particular picture, it's where people are using exercise to biohack their bodies. In other words, allowing science and technology to make their body function better and more efficiently. Now, in the previous slide, you might have seen the things like water and air and all of those. We can biohack our bodies on a daily basis by all 9 of those pillars. And that is like a bouquet of flowers. You say, oh, well, I'll do that, but I won't do that. I'll exercise, but I'm just going to drink tap water. Or it's about doing a balanced approach to health so that your body is in balance. So just before moving on, we always like to say we do not claim to cure, heal, prevent, mitigate, or diagnose any diseases. What we're here to share is for educational purposes only. So who is LifeVantage? LifeVantage is a we call not old, but young company founded in 2003, known as the leader of the cutting-edge science of nutrigenomics. So that is another word that I was completely unfamiliar with before joining LifeVantage. So I'm going to just take you one step back because I did not understand that nutrigenomics was a new word. In the next slide, you'll see what happens. So 2003 is when the actual company was founded, but it stems back to 1968 when Joe McCord actually sat in a laboratory with his scientists and said, and his life work was, he's a geneticist, and when he sat in his lab with 4 other scientists, and they said, do we have to age with illness and disease when we know about these other pathways? And Joe McCord, I don't know whether anyone knows of SOD, that is a very important commodity in our bodies, and that is what he discovered. So he's a very well-renowned, and he was honored by a massive accolade when he discovered that particular commodity in the body. So I think the biggest breakthrough happened in 2005 when the ABC reporter wanted to prove that LifeVantage's claims about Protandim were not true. And the claim was that by taking Protandim NRF2, you reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. So he went to the company said, sure, come on in. You have to come every day, take the pill, and we'll do your blood tests every single day. And at 30 days, we'll monitor what it is. Well, at 15 days, he had reduced his oxidative stress in the blood by 47%. So it was, and that wasn't 30 days. So which is a great example that it shows Protandim, being a completely natural product, adjusts according to what the body needs. It's not the same for everybody. It adjusts to what your particular needs are in your body at that time. So we are really thrilled that Protandim is now, LifeVantage is now a NASDAQ listed company. We do not have any debt, and the company is not even in momentum. And in the UK and Australia, not even 1% of people know about it. In the US, it's a little different because it's been there from day one, but it's only been here for the last 5 years. So the aspect that I wanted to share with you was disruptive technology. So you'll get a feeling of where the company is going and where it's been. So just what is disruptive technology? So if we take a little look, I just used a couple of examples to show you. The Uber is now worldwide. That wide sharing app has disrupted the transportation industry. The taxi industry is now, no matter how much they ride, no matter how much they protest, Uber is not going away. And of course, there's Ola and a whole lot of others that have come subsequently. Let's look at the finance industry. Bitcoin's not going away. I know the banks would like it and the governments would like it to go away, but there's Bitcoin and hundreds of other cryptocurrencies that has totally disrupted the finance industry. And let's have a look at the hotel industry. Airbnb came along. The hotel industry didn't like it, but Airbnb's not going away, that's for sure. And where there's the other little, on the cheaper scale, where people are couch surfing, that's not going to go away because there are needs in the market, and technology has allowed all these different ways to upset industries. If we look here at nutrigenomics, which is the word we mentioned earlier, nutri, so for nutrients, and genes, when nutrigenomics was born, it disrupted the nutraceutical industry. Now, just to clarify that, nutraceuticals is not pharmaceuticals, so it's not the drugs, it's natural alternatives to improve one's health. So we are biohacking with nutraceuticals. So it's all about the activation and not supplementation. People know about vitamin C. That's been around a long time. It's a household word. Human nutrition has had no innovation for between 70 and 80 years. I think back in 1948, vitamin K and folate were discovered, which is innovation in that category of nutraceuticals. LifeVantage has disrupted this nutraceutical industry by introducing the word nutrigenomics. This disruptive technology up-regulates the good genes, down-regulates the bad genes, correcting DNA structures. So this is a really important aspect. The nutrients activate pathways in the cell, and this is the key word here, which increases coordinated cell signaling. As we age, this coordinated cell signaling slows down because cells are damaged, and they call that oxidative stress. So biohacking with nutrigenomics is the study of how nutrients and naturally occurring compounds affect the genes. And we are extremely proud. This science, the company has been driven by science and have some of the leading scientists in the team. We are a wellness and personal care company that knows your products are only as good as the science they stand on. So this is one of the basic pyramids that the company believe in, is science. But they are also very aware that one needs not only to take Protandim, but one must look at lifestyle and make sure one has the community contact, whether it's your family or friends or your business environment or your working group. Community contact does keep people in a balanced state and avoid, the environmental issues. And genetics is where we are going. So just to take a look at the aging process. So there are a few highlights here: brain, eyes, ears, heart, lungs, bones, and muscle. They all vary. They change at different stages. But let's just take the heart. From the age of 20, it starts aging. And that occurs throughout the body. So the aging process is at the root cause. But now we all know free radicals attack the cells in some form. And that can be, like we've mentioned a little bit earlier, it could be because of the bad quality water. It could be the air we breathe. It could be the G5 interference in our body that causes the cells to damage and age. So free radicals can be caused by pollution, stress, radiation, toxins, and lots more. So oxidative stress is a word which I was not absolutely familiar with, but it is like the rusting of your cells inside. When you cut open an apple, the apple starts going brown. That is what's happening to our internal cells. Now, why should we lower the oxidative stress? Because our cells are damaging the cells, the proteins, the DNA, and that makes us age. So what we are so delighted, why and how we can lower oxidative stress by increasing antioxidants and decreasing free radicals. Up to the age of 20, our natural body antioxidants are equalizing with the free radicals. But after that, it all slows down. And this is where Protandim NRF2 comes in. The NRF2 pathway combats free radicals. So note the word synergizer. It is a synergistic effect by the 5 natural herbs that are included. It reduces free radicals that are formed in the body. It helps decrease the damage to the cell, and it's backed by science, completely independent, peer-reviewed studies. So if after this call you want to do a little bit of research, this is the place to go. PubMed.gov is the world-renowned, it's based in the US. It's a platform where all medical studies are published, but they have to have 3 independent organizations or associations that come up with the same result for them to publish it. And we are proud that our product has 26, and there's more in the pipeline with other products. But it takes time to have those research undertaken and then published. And it's all about the 5 natural herbs: ashwagandha, bacopa, green tea, turmeric, milk thistle. So these are Ayurvedic and ancient Chinese herbs that have been used for centuries. But what's really important is that synergy. It's the proportions. To get to those 5, Dr. Joe McCord had over 40 ingredients to find which ones actually activated that pathway. And I love this example because when we look at these 5 ingredients, they all, when someone will say to me, oh, but I drink lots of green tea and I use ashwagandha and so on. Yes, that's great. It does have some effect. But when the synergy of those particular ingredients in the specific formula are used, the effect in the body is 18 times greater. And that is why the resultant is that it reduces that internal damage by 40% in 30 days. And that's why people feel better and can do more. Now, I just quickly want to pop onto this slide because glutathione is one of the most important ingredients. It boosts that by 300%. Glutathione, you can't go and take in a pill. You can't go and have an injection. Your body has to make it. And there are more than 2,000 different conditions. And I can mention them like arthritis, cancer, Alzheimer's, MS, and the list goes on and on and on. And what they have in common is that they've got extremely high levels of oxidative stress and low levels of glutathione. So how great that this product upregulates the body to produce the glutathione that the body needs. And these 2 are the 2 that the superoxide dismutase is the SOD, which is what Dr. Joe McCord also discovered. And those 3 together are all increased, upregulated by taking Protandim. So these are just some of the studies. And you can see very renowned Washington State University, the Heart Foundation isn't even here, Harvard University, the Natural Institute of Aging are just some of the many studies that have been completed. And I highlight the one because I think it's absolutely profound. NRF2, which may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary, now note the words, preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. That is a massive statement. And that was in the summary after the study. It is our opinion that raising NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach into the foreseeable future. So that is not said by us. We know that is what's happening, but it's independent collaboration that the NRF2 activation is absolutely the way to go. These are our 3 products which are in the portfolio: Protandim NRF2, which activates the NRF2 pathway, NRF1 activating the NRF1 pathway, and ProBio, because without gut health, these are not going to perform as well. But once the gut's back in balance, these 2 have a better effect. So we really talk about the trio. So the Protandim NRF1 is a synergy again. It keeps our mitochondria functioning at peak performance. I mean, these are hikers, but for athletes, it increases their ability to train harder. It reduces injuries and allows them to recover quicker. So how great is that? Because athletes and people who train beyond their body's limits, their levels of damage and oxidative stress and free radicals are increased. So they absolutely need this product so that their bodies can perform better. It helps reduce the free radical damage. It enhances the energy levels. If you can imagine a battery, it's like a battery. You switch the battery on and away you go. And again, it's 5 natural compounds. And again, when Dr. Joe McCord was formulating NRF2, the activation of it, he used, I think it was over 60 different compounds, and these 5 performed the best in terms of the activation. And then again, it was to get the absolute quantity of each one that gave the best activation, which is why it's taken so long to get those products to market. So the vegan capsule with the DR cap, that allows this ProBio to take 52 minutes to go through the stomach acid. So when it gets to where it needs to go in the small and large intestines, it's intact and it can go to work and do the repair job and balance what's going on in the gut. So it's clinically tested, the quality of the strains, and the great thing is it includes beta-glucan, which is really important for our immune system, especially at this time as countries are opening up. Immune system is absolutely vital. So when it comes to brain health, what the company has done, they've combined DHA and EPA and the omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D. And Amigos has only recently been launched in Australia. It's available in the US, it's available in most countries, and it is great for the immune system, cardiovascular, skin health, and the brain. So for me, having suffered from a condition caused by the ticks, Amigos have helped me enormously. Those are the key ingredients. And we are delighted. Our skincare True Science regime is the only product in skincare that is activated by the NRF2 anti-aging process. So we call it, we not only from the inside out, but from the outside in. And that goes through to our hair care, which has won many awards in 2019 and 2020, Stevia being the most premier awards in the US. I just put that slide in because it's really important. Can we keep the quality at the level it's at? And the answer is yes. LifeVantage products are consistent, they're effective, and they are tested 100%. What does that mean? That means at all stages, when the raw material comes in, before it's done in its proportions, in the bottle and on the lines before it gets shipped out. And it's not specific, it's random testing. So it's not for any other reason than the company wants to exceed industry standards. So we have a passion for progression. So from this tiny biotech company to an industry-leading biohacking powerhouse. And that is exactly who we are. Our mission is to affect the lives of 1 billion people over time. We believe there is no limit to human potential when there exists a passion to progress. And this is what happens. That's just an example of a sporting person, a high-level athlete, but it's for anybody participating in any level of sport. So the model that they've chosen was the network marketing model, because education was absolutely vital, as you've seen from just some of the information I've passed on today. When this product sat on the shelf in health food stores, which is how it started, nobody knew what it was. The people in the store didn't, and the education was vital. So it was taken off and put into the direct selling model. And in terms of the business side, I mean, people like Bill Gates and Sir Richard Branson, they are firm believers that network marketing is the way to go. So this little area here, I think, is really important. Me, as a lymphatic drainage specialist therapist, I work for an hour and I get paid. I've got to find another client before I get paid again. So there we call that linear, where you trade time, 1 hour massage, for money. But in this business, we work in teams. We build our team of independent business builders, people who want to make a difference in the lives of their family, people who want to make a difference to the lives of the people they work with. And this is leveraged income. So I am absolutely thrilled to have Sajila and Alison, and we work as a team, and it is fantastic. We are in already 26 countries. We're a little bit excited as we spread into Asia, because the Philippines is opening in the next few months. So that's quite exciting for us. The monthly earnings, I just popped this slide in to give people an idea of what is possible. So from earning, as you join the company, an average monthly income of $61, to jumping up to Pro 5, which is the level I'm at here. I'm almost Pro 6, I'm somewhere between the two. And this level, Pro 7, Charlotte, who heads up Australia, she's at this level, she's Pro 9, 55. So Charlotte is earning over $55,000 a month. So it just depends on how much time you have, the kind of influence you have in your circle, and how important sharing this information is. Because some people do it full-time, some people do it part-time, some people just do it in the pockets of their life. So it is entirely up to you what you want. Now, why we are successful is because the product is unique. It appeals to a mass market, everybody over the age of 20, even though children are taking it as well, but that we may not say. But we know we've got lots of children who are on the product who are achieving far better results at school, at university, and so on. It's affordable, it's backed by science, and it's consumable. We're not just selling a fridge that lasts for 15 or 20 years, and that's why the retention rates are high. So it's a very serious business opportunity. So what makes us different? We have the support, in fact, of the teams that work together. We don't have to invent anything. Everything is there. Everything is online. You can work from wherever you are, at home, when you're on holiday, on the beach, in the cafe, doesn't matter. We have products that are innovative, that are unique, and that offer a solution. We are a solution-based company. The timing is perfect. Right now, when people are really looking at ways to earn an income, lots of people have lost their jobs. So the timing is perfect, and the timing with regard to health and wellness is right now. Compensation, we've just touched on that, and the company we've touched on as well. So where do you see yourself? Are you going to become a biohacker and look after your body and become a customer? Well, we welcome you. And if you decide that becoming a distributor like I did after only a month, because I felt so different and knew I could influence so many others, then just talk to the person who invited you on the call, and we can show you exactly how to order your pack. So what the work is, we work with you to change your life and the lives of your family and loved ones. So I thought, because this was geared at the US market, because of Alison's influence with her beautiful coaching community. Only till the end of the month, we have this amazing promotion. Not in the 3 years I've been with the company have I seen a 47% discount, which is awesome. So in the US market, they pay $999 and they receive the full pack, which is usually $1,200. And the same happens in Canada. So there's a tremendous saving just in the next 2 weeks till the end of the month. So if anyone's interested in that, we can give you more information on what's in the pack and how we can support you with your business if that's what you want. And if you want it for your health, then we are here to answer your questions.